Hi, this is Francis again. I haven't been doing my 20 minutes practice a day because I've been dead busy doing other things. I'm in the middle of getting my studio back together because this piece of wall here was where the cold water tank used to be, and basically it was bare brick. So we had a nice guy in called John who replastered it all, so I've been painting it and waiting for the paint to dry and stuff. So today I've just put hangers up for the guitars, hanger over there, and I've got my Spark out, but I haven't actually got any of my recording equipment or the laptop or anything else ready yet. So here we go. I'm going to try and do the 20-minute practice thing, but I'm going to be using my Gretsch. I'm going to be using it on an electric amp instead of the acoustic one I've been using. So let's see if we can get this sorted so that you can see what I'm doing. Yeah, that should work. This bowling ball has to go. Let's get the Gretsch down. Okay, plug her in. I don't know what the Spark's set to at the moment either. It's probably something horrible. Let's just get these on the floor where they won't get in the way. The problem with nice long cables is they make nice long knots. Too much bass there, I think. Let's use the built-in tuner on this thing. Doesn't sound right though, does it? Yesterday, but I wasn't recording this, I was thinking about the melodic minor, which starts off, so you got your minor, then because you got that weird gap, you got the harmonic minor, which gives gives you that Spanish. So what they did instead, as well as having the, because you got that big jump, so they sharpened this one as well. So you end up with, which is a weird little thing. Interesting. You still got like the minor, but when you would go up to the 4, which would be a D minor, it's actually a D major, and the same thing with when you go up to the 5, instead of being an E minor, it's actually an E major, well actually major 7, yeah, and the D's a D major 7th because you've got a C sharp in there. So it's quite interesting, you know. And I was thinking, well, what are the rest of the chords? So you wouldn't have a B minor, you'd have a, where's it gone? That one. B half diminished. This is the 7th, obviously. So, well, what would you have instead? Because you've got still got the B. Still got the D as well. One of the notes in B, and a B, F sharp. Wow, we do have an F sharp, interestingly. No, we don't. And what's that? It's a D sharp, but of course we don't. Oh, so maybe we have a B minor. Now C is interesting because the G's been sharpened. So what have we got? We've got C, G sharp, and E. Which is actually diminished. That's interesting. See, that's nice. And then you've also obviously got the A, you know, rather than the 7th, you've actually got the minor with the major 7th, which is really quite sweet. No, it hasn't got a G. What am I doing? Got G sharpened, hasn't it? Now the conventional fingering for this is something like I'm doing this, which is kind of like that major scale. Yeah, but like I see fingering which is kind of where you have to fall out of position. I don't like that. It's always nice to be grounded. But that is quite sweet. So you've got the C dim there. Actually, no, is it augmented? Let me think. The fifth needs to be sharpened. It's augmented, I beg your pardon. And then you take the C off, because you've got to hear anyway, and add the A minor and instead the A at the bottom. I like that. It's an interesting chord. I often wonder about this guitar. It's got that, see that kind of... I'm not sure whether it's the pickups giving it that kind of honk, which is not horrible, but it's a very distinctive sound, or whether it's just the way I play, because the way my arm falls on this guitar, I tend to play quite near the bridge, which of course, you know, you've got the mellow tone, and then the sharp, much sharper, more abrasive tone in the bridge. was reading somewhere as well, the blues, you know, with the extra pentatonic with that extra note there. That's someone who's used to Western music and Western style tuning, an attempt to make a scale that sounds more like one of the African scales. So the blue note is actually a note that came from African music, but has been mangled and adapted, perhaps is the word we want, to fit on Western style instruments. And obviously the folks who brought that music with them were very under a lot of pressure at the time and weren't allowed to pursue their musical careers because of what happened to them. So this kind of folk memory of this extra quite interesting. I've got a thing where I've only recently discovered, that. I was always playing this note. And then recently I thought, well, you can go the octave in, just because I've got this peculiar thing. I tend not to work out other people's music. I don't. I find that playing other people's stuff quite sterile. I like listening to other people's stuff. I have a thing when I listen to other people's music. Have they got a spark? Are they doing something new with it? So, you find a band like Clutch, for example, which I'm probably playing completely wrong. But they did something kind of new with that blues feel. Just created something that was, to me, was just interesting to listen to. I also like their lyrics. I think their lyrics are brilliant. And I often find there's some artists who I admire for their technical brilliance, but they just don't move me. I find this with a lot of people, the jazz guys. I want to hear a melody and like noodling around. That as like a passing phrase in a solo is one thing, but 20 minutes of never quite appearing to be in the same key as everyone else, it's dull. And I can see how people like Coltrane and Stowe and co, were utterly amazing at the time because they were exploring territory that hadn't been explored before. But now it's kind of got to a place where you can't, it feels like a lot of that stuff's been said to me. So, I don't know. I find an awful lot of people admire Alan Holdsworth, who was utterly brilliant and incredibly clever and did some amazing stuff. But I can't listen to his music for long, particularly if it has vocals in it, because it always, to me, just sounds kind of out of tune. Where are you going? Where's the melody? The leaps in the scales are not right for me. But it does mean you could end up just playing cowboy chords all day. And that would also be quite boring. So I kind of think it needs to be a sort of a middle way where you can say something interesting, but still stay within a melodic structure that doesn't doesn't sound too alien to people. So, you know, you're moving into accidental notes. There's also an interesting thing that Josh Smith talks about where, you know, you've got to... And you can actually creep up behind those chords with a diminished or an augmented chord. On the note below, so it's got me D, and maybe I'm trying to go to E, but I could actually bang an E flat there, and that obviously means if you're soloing, you know, I was playing D minor there, so. So there's interesting things you can do musically. You can creep up on stuff, you can, but you're still staying somewhere interesting. Anyway, I think I've had my 22 minutes. Take care, guys.